What is up, people of the internet? It is your host with the most, Rupert Alexander Macias. Anyways, first off, I just want to say excuse my raspy voice. Last night, or the day before yesterday, so the night prior, I fell asleep and I kind of had the fan on, and the weather's been changing a lot here in Arizona, and so, with the cold weather, the cold season, and hot state, a lot of Arizonans can relate to this. We're used to hot temperatures, so when it gets cold, it's like our bodies are like, WTF, man, we're not used to this, so we're gonna get sick. And so I'm not really like sick, but my I had the fan on, and the cold weather and the fan aimed at my face, it caused my throat to get a little raspy. But thankfully, I'm not like coughing. I don't really have high temperature, fever, or headache, or anything bad. So it's just been a raspy voice, so I feel good. Other than that, it has been messing with my rapping though, but aside from that, I've been kicking it good. So anyways, I want to discuss hate. What does it mean to hate? First off, hate is a very, very strong word. When you use the word hate, it's oftentimes in a way of describing how you feel towards someone or something. Hate is typically attached to a negative, kind of stigma, has a negative attachment to it. So when you hate something, it's typically because you don't like it, you're not fond of it. However, the actual word hate is above, not liking it, and is above not being fond of it. It's like hate. It's a strong word, H-A-T-E. And one thing I want to make clear right now before I jump into this video is for people to kind of realize. It got really dark here. Wow, I'm driving in between the mountains, so don't mind me. People nowadays, I feel like, abuse words, and when I say that, people just say words loosely, and these words carry no value. I see this a lot nowadays. And so some words that are commonly used but oftentimes don't hold a lot of value because people just say it but not mean it, but because they abuse it and repeatedly say it, it's like they get used to just saying it, that the word loses its meaning / value, if that makes sense. So to help you better understand, words like I'm sorry, words like hate, words like love, and so on. And so, people who oftentimes say I'm sorry, but they repeatedly do the same mistake over and over and over and over, but they always hit you with the I am sorry, I am sorry, I am sorry, meaning, hold on, man, it's my raspy voice, which is why I haven't been uploading a lot recently, is because of my voice. It's been inhibiting me from making videos and rapping. So just bear with me, okay? Jesus, man, it sounds horrible. Okay, so So I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But they repeatedly do it. What does that mean? Do they really mean that they're sorry? If they keep repeating the same problem, but keep apologizing by saying, I'm sorry, then they're not sorry. You see, the actual meaning of I am sorry means basically, I apologize, I won't do it again. That's what I'm sorry means. Meaning, I apologize, I will not do it again. But when they abuse the word sorry and continuously, repeatedly say it, especially over the same mistakes, do they mean it now? Does that mean the word sorry loses its value when this person says it? Meaning they're loosely saying it. And I think that understanding the power of words and just exactly how words can it's our way of communicating, it's our way of socializing, it's our way of getting our messages across. I'm using words to make this video, so therefore words are important, and the words you use in whatever line of subject is crucial and critical in the sense of accurately displaying or vocalizing what you mean, right? Meaning, that's what we seek when we communicate, is meaning. To understand what someone means, to understand the meaning of the context, and to understand the sentences and statements being made or questions being made. Meaning is important, but when people abuse words, they lose their meaning. I love you, I love you, I love you, but you constantly don't show any action, just loosely saying I love you, but your actions don't back it up. But it's all talk but no walk. Then your partner will start to see that you are abusing the word I love you because they don't feel loved, yet you keep telling them, but they're not feeling it. Why? Because the word is being abused, therefore it has no meaning, because they're not doing anything to show you that they love you. But people abuse the word I love you. What does it mean to love someone? To love someone so deeply, to accept them and passionately, or it depends, friends or relationship, but to get to the point, love is a strong word, same as hate. And so the word hate is oftentimes very much so abused in our society, just like I love you and just like I'm sorry is. People say the word hate so loosely, and yet it's such a powerful, strong word. I hate this, I hate that, I hate this, I hate that, I hate this, I hate that. Okay, hold on, take a minute. Think about what you're saying. Would it be wiser, and I say wiser because you got to understand the power of words and how important words are. I say wiser because wouldn't it be wiser to say, I dislike my car, instead of saying, I hate my car? Why do you have to use the word hate? It's such a strong word. Do you really mean it? Or dislike my car, is that a more appropriate word to use? Same with okay, do you love this person or do you just like them? Are you truly sorry, or are you just, I understand, I will try to work on it, instead of saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Hey, that wasn't right of me. I'll work on it. Boom. Words are so important, and the way you deliver your communication, deliver your words is important. And nowadays people have kind of lost the overall, value and meaning of certain words. And like I said, I'm sorry, love, hate, those are just like the three main words that a lot of people abuse. Yet those three words are very, 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 very important words and powerful words that now no longer carry meaning to a lot of people. And so when we talk about the word hate, how does it feel to you, and how would you feel if someone told you that they hated you? The word hate is really strong. It means to strongly dislike something, like really, really strongly, like you hate it. You absolutely just cannot stand it. You dislike it. You hate it. You don't want nothing to do with it. You despise it. You just hate it. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. Think about that. So, overall, this video is not only to touch on the power of words and how society nowadays has kind of, generally, not everyone, but generally, just from what I've observed, a lot of people have lost their meaning in terms of their word use. And this video, and I hope, kind of raises awareness to the idea that people should be more aware of the power of their word choice, especially when they communicate, when they socialize, when they, kind of express how I am doing right now. I need to be very, very aware of every word I am relaying, because people are going to watch and everyone is different. So I gotta make sure that the way I'm delivering my message, it's expressed in a way that everyone can understand it. And I think people just don't really care nowadays to put in that effort, to mean what they say. People say things and don't do it. And I'm not perfect, I'm far from perfect. I am a victim of that, for sure. We all are, But this video is not only just to raise awareness, but, by doing these videos and posting them on YouTube, it helps me out a lot too. In fact, this is more of a therapy for me. This is more just to help me. I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't really have a major social life. I don't really talk to a lot of people. I'm a lone wolf. I just do me. I stay in my own lane. And lately, this right here, this camera, you, the viewer, the audience, the person watching, you are my outlet. You are my friend. This is my therapy. This is what helps me. So if I'm going to be honest, this video is more for me. But the way I see it is, why not help someone? If I'm helping myself in the process, but if I can help someone else out, why not? And so when I speak out loud, I talk a lot to myself as is. But when I speak out loud, and the reason why I talk to myself a lot is because I need to let out these thoughts that harvest in my head. Otherwise, if I don't, exert it, I'm gonna internalize it. And I know myself well. It's just gonna be a reoccurring thought. It's gonna stay in my head, and I'm gonna overthink it, and I'm gonna get overwhelmed until I let it out, project it, and move on to the next. And so I figured out myself and the best way to move forward in a mentally healthy way, emotionally healthy way, physical and spiritual healthy way, even psychological healthy way. That is by letting out what I think, speaking it, expressing it, voicing it, outputting it, emitting it, and it helps me out a ton. And so I am reminding myself to being more aware of my word choice and to mean what I say. Hate is a strong word. And, I never thought that I could be a subject of hate. I never thought that I could be a targeted individual of hate. I never thought that I gave so many people a reason to hate me. And I never thought that I would be outcasted by so many and to do nothing wrong, yet still be hated. And I've come to conclude that I am simply hated on so heavily, not only by people I know, but by many people I don't know, simply because I am doing myself, simply because I am recording this video, simply because I am posting this video, simply because I am speaking my truth. I am helping other people, and that seems to trigger many other people, in turn making them find a reason to hate me. Well, I respect anyone's opinion, and I respect how people feel. You're entitled to your own feelings. You're entitled to your own opinions. However, all I ask and all I challenge anyone, whether you hate me or like me, all I challenge you to do is ask yourself, do you really hate me? Do you really hate me? And, why do you hate me? Now that we are consciously aware of, the power of words, the meaning, and how strong these words can be, do you really hate me? I'm asking the people who do hate me, why? And what I've come to realize with hate is that, especially in my shoes, because I haven't really done nothing to anyone, I've realized that a lot of people who hate me is typically because they hate themselves. And so usually the people that hate me, it's because they see something in me that they wish they can achieve or be or do, but because they can't, or because of that self-hate toward themselves, then they project it on me as an outlet. See, this is an outlet for me that is a healthy coping mechanism. I'm not hurting no one. I'm not projecting on anyone. I'm not hating on anyone. It's healthy. This is my outlet. For many haters, their outlet, whether they're consciously or unconsciously aware, is that they are hating on me. That is their outlet. That is their way of making themselves feel better about their whatever problems, about their childhood traumas, about their unhealed anxieties. The way they cope with that is by hating on me. Whether they are consciously or unconsciously aware of this, that's what I've come to conclude, is that I really am not the problem, because I haven't given them a problem to hate me. This problem, we'll call it the root. This root really is within them and was harvested within themselves. Whether it's, like I said, childhood trauma, unhealed anxieties, past relationship problems, it's just unhealed past traumas. And people project unknowingly as a way to cope by bringing other people down. You heard of the saying, hurt people hurt people? This is my case. I've been so frustrated because so many people hate me. I've been outcasted. I've been hated on for almost 2 years, and I don't know why. People just find a reason to just bring me down, to speak down on my character, to name slander my identity, to make up lies and rumors and manipulation, up the ass on my persona, my character, my past, my family, my home life. And therefore, people have a completely, misinterpretation of who I am based off of lies, deceit, manipulation that was rooted from internal self-hatred toward the individual's, self. Because of someone's self-hatred, self-sabotage, it has caused them to project lies, manipulation, deceit on me, because they see something in me that they wish to be, wish to achieve, or wish to have, or wish to be like, that they hate me for it. Therefore, they project. Therefore, they despise me, basically. They breed hate. One domino falls and it keeps going. Monkey see, monkey do. People nowadays don't even bother to ask me, the person who is the targeted individual, the person of subject, the person whose name is actually being spoken on. They don't bother to confront me and ask me or clarify any of the things they've heard. In fact, they just eat up all the drama. They eat up all the hate. They eat up all the lies as if they're facts. They run with it and spread it. You heard this about Rupert? You heard that about Rupert. I heard Rupert did this. I heard Rupert does that. I heard Rupert said this. I heard Rupert likes her, likes him, likes her, whatever. But no one's come to my face to clear it up. So now there's just so much amounted hate on me that the foundation all that hate was built on wasn't even true. It was all lies, deceit, manipulation, jealousy, envy. And ultimately, the root of that foundation is unhealed anxieties, unhealed traumas, and self-hatred from other people that they created that foundation of just lies, manipulation on me, and slowly built up whatever rumors, whatever fake lies, and now it's just a big tower of lies on me. And no one has bothered to confront me about it, ask me about it, confirm any of it, clarify any of it. Yet, so many people hate me. And I can't seem to understand any other reason why other than the root of it being people's own self-hatred toward themselves. Really, they don't hate me. They hate themselves. And so to anyone who feels like they're being hated on, targeted hate, is going through something similar, you know what? Stay strong. Why? Because when people hate you, you must be doing something right. A hater will give you all of their attention. Let them hate and use that hate as fuel to be better, to do better, and to just strive to be great. Because if there's one thing a hater cannot do, is to be great. And like I said, if people hate you, you must be doing something right. And let me remind you right now, if you are a person who hates me, we spoke on the power of words. We spoke on how words no longer carry meaning to a lot of people. Keeping that in mind, let me ask you again. Do you really hate me? Or does that word no longer have value, that you use it loosely and you don't really mean it, yet you're not aware of just how negative of an impact it's having on other people? Hey, I don't mind the hate. The hate feeds me. I thrive on hate. I need people to hate me. I love it when people hate me. I'm the kind of person that loves to prove people wrong. And to me, hate is the cousin of love. Because really, the people who hate me, deep down, they're the ones that love me. And so, perception, people. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. We touched on hate. We touched on the power of words. We touched on how people are losing meaning and loosely using words. I hope this video was informative. I hope this video might have helped someone, and I hope this might have provided some clarity to some people regarding my situation in my life, because this is all real. This is all from the heart. And if you stayed to the very end, even though I have a really raspy voice, I thank you for bearing with me. And you know what? Cheers. Air 5.